Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly, and today we are going to do transfers with inkjet printer, paper, transfer, printout, Mod Podge mat, and Mod Podge paper, or papier, papel in another language, probably French. I'm not real sure. I don't know. Okay, so let me show you what we did. So I printed out a picture, which I don't have any printed out right now, but I printed out a picture and I'm going to show you. So I printed out this of the women smoking, this of the women smoking. These are Tim Holtz paper doll things. And then that is another printout. So what I did was I used Mod Podge matte on certain ones, and then I redid them over with Mod Podge paper. Oh, I can't. Okay. So because a lot of you don't have Mod Podge paper. And you guys asked, what does it do? Does it do the same? Can I still use my Mod Podge mat? So there you go. I got a couple questions about it, and I thought I'm going to do a video. Now I'm also going to do a video for Chris, who was asking a few questions about transferring, and that'll probably be tomorrow. But watch it because you never know. Maybe something will happen in it. I don't know. Maybe we'll have a giveaway. Maybe not. Who the heck knows? What is Kelly's mood tomorrow? I don't know. Okay, so let me show you these. This is why I don't do beginnings usually, because I talk way too much. You can use these. These are the things that the photo collages that you can put in. These would look gorgeous because the writing. I might do one of these, but you can use these. You can use this is what I was looking for. These are Tim Holtz Ideology 107-piece paper dolls. Okay, and they're what you'll see in the video, they're like on cardboard, or a thick cardstock. It's like a thin cardboard, I'm going to say. Now, you're going to see my little new friend with no face in this video on one of the pages. He's my favorite. I named him Fred. He's my friend. I had a blast doing this. So if you just found me and you would like to be and you would like to join our crazy family that we have here on YouTube, click that subscribe link down below, click the bell next to it so you can be notified when I upload, which can be 4, 5, 6 times a week depending on how I'm feeling. And if you want and you want to see how we can transfer with inkjet print, a printer page, and Mod Podge mat and paper, please stick around. I love you guys so much, and I hope you enjoy this video. Bye, guys. Okay, so this is our Mod Podge mat with an inkjet printer. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I did it, and then I will show you all the other stuff. So I have an inkjet printer. This is regular copy paper. I printed it out. Oh, girl, autofocus though. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go along with this. I leave a little bit of white at the ends. I don't put glue on that necessarily, but I don't know. It was how I was taught years ago, and for some reason that sticks in my head. So I used Mod Podge mat and Mod Podge paper, and I'm going to show you those in a second. But let's see. So all you do is you take your piece of paper. I'm going to use Mod Podge mat on this one because I know a lot of you have Mod Podge mat over the paper. So you take some, I like to use a big brush. Let me get my, so prepared. I am always prepared. Dry my brush off because you don't want any water. You want it dry. Dry brush. So you can use a sponge brush or a makeup, whatever you got, you use it. So I'm going in and I'm going to put it on my, where I want to transfer it to. Look at me go. I'm like a professional for a minute. And then, oops, and then I like to put some on here. I don't go back and forth. I kind of just put it on there. Okay. Back in the water you go. And then I lay it down where I want it. And you get a minute or so. It's not a big deal. Try not to get the glue on this side. You know, I mean, you see how I just turned it? You don't want to put the glue on that side because it's going to make it harder to come off. So almost impossible at times. And I'm going to go in. It's okay if you get a little bit, but you're going to see what the transfer does. So I'll just take a paper towel if you're funny about getting, because sometimes you do this and it gets the glue on the outside. I go in and wipe it, you know. So I do that, and then I go in with my fingers. You can use, you know, the bottom of your, depends on how your hands are that day, you know, that kind of thing. Like I said, I like to use the paper towel at first just to get like all that extra grimy glue off there. And you just kind of go in, do your thing. And then you put your lid back on your glue. And again, this is Mod Podge matte. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to leave that sit there. I'm going back to the beginning. Okay, so I have this on here. I made sure this is all the way dry underneath. And you can tell when things are still wet by touching them on the back. Sounds bizarre, but it's true. Like I put my hand on here, it's cold. I do it on here, it's like what paper, you know, what paper feels like. And unless you do this to test it, you're not going to know what the heck I'm talking about. And you're going, girl, you're crazy. I say, yes, I am. Okay, so I'm going to take some water. Here we go. Here we go. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray water on these other ones just to give them you know, a second to soak in. And I put this on a background, and I'm going to take my paper towel because now I made everything wet. I was going to make a joke, but I'm not. All I was going to say, similar to the fact of every time I cough, sneeze, move, you know. Okay, anyway, let's continue on. That's for us women out there. I guess men do that too, go through that too. I know them. Okay, if you do go through it, I'm sorry. I got this wet. Now I want to go in and I'm going to just take my hand and I'm going to go in the same place and then start moving it. And you're going to know, like I said, I'll start up here again. Nothing on my hands except nasty fingernail polish. That, look at this. Can you see? I don't know if you can see how good, cool those are. They're ear. No, you can't see. It's a shame because they're so cute, but I got to take it off. It's holographic. Well, and my favorite one's on this one, which is orange, which is not coming up orange on there, but so I'm either going to do the orange or the brown on all of the nails. We shall see. Anyway, okay, enough about me. How about me? Okay, so I'm going in. Some people use a sponge. I don't know how that works, but hey. Now, if you get to an area and you're like, oh, it's not coming off, take your fingernail or a back of something or a pencil and just kind of lightly dig in it. So it gives you a little bit already of a, you know what I mean? All right, so, and you don't want to keep wiping in the same place. You just kind of want to wipe, you know, rub and go, you know, because that's my motto in life. Rub and go, and then put up my hand for my money. All right. And if you get to areas that aren't wet enough, oh God, Kelly, then you just spray it with more water. Okay, but I'm going to show you. Okay. And look at all this. This is paper pulp. Now, look, I'm somebody who is cheap, frugal. I would keep this and I would use it in making paper, or I would use it in making mold it into something or as texture because it has glue on it. I mean, look how nice and separated this is. So this would be great if you put glue down. Maybe I'll save it and just show you what I'm talking about for the texture. Look, like I said, I'm a little cheap. What do you want in life? All right, so you can see, obviously, I can really, look at this, with my whole hand. Depending on how long you want to continue to do this. And look, this is very therapeutic for me. You know, like I was saying the other day, art in general is the only time I can escape myself. My thoughts in my head, my things, because I'm so concentrated on what I'm doing. So there you go. That was transferred. Just what I did. Now you can see right here, it's white. So all you would do, that meant it dry, or I didn't get it as wet as I wanted, or maybe I have glue on it. We shall see. But the edges, if you want more, you don't want to keep digging because remember, you know, you don't want to take any more of the picture or color off. But I just, look, I just wet that. And I'm going in. And the reason I like the white sometimes on the outside is because when I go to roll it like this, it kind of, I don't know, it gets a little foggy in a sense, but that background comes through. I don't know. It just looks more to me, but who am I? Okay, so I'm not gonna play with this anymore because I'm gonna start smearing. This is just regular Mod Podge put on here just like I showed you. Okay, so I love Mod Podge. I know everybody's like, well, yeah, Plaid. No, girl. If you've watched my channel from the beginning, I'm going to tell you that I have been using, and you can say Mod Podge and folk art paint and all this stuff. I wasn't using Martha Stewart. I'll admit it. Only a couple I had. Now I'm going to dry this real quick. Just run a little bit of heat on it. So while I do the other ones, it dries even better so I can show you something. But yeah, I've been using plaid stuff for all my life of crafting. And I've always loved it. And that's why when they asked me, I was like, yeah, of course, of course. But I don't take any, you know, whatever. I don't care. I love plaid. Let me tell you something. I've worked with a lot of companies. I've worked on a lot of design teams. And I've never had a company as kind and nice as Plaid to me. There's only one other company that has been so wonderful to me, and this was quite a few years ago, and it was Vintage. And they were the lady, they sent me all kinds of stuff. I mean, it was really they were a fantastic company. They are a fantastic company. But yeah, so you know, I don't just blow smoke up your butt. I think that's how somebody phrased it one time. Nope. Okay, so these are used with Mod Podge paper. No. Was it Mod Podge paper? No, Mod Podge paper, Mod Podge paper, Mod Podge paper. There we go. These are still the Mod Podge matte because I wanted to compare the two. This is a cardboard, let's see, they're Tim Holtz paper dolls, ideology, whatever. They're just paper dolls, clipped vintage portraits used in collage or mixed media. It doesn't say what they're on, what's on it, but they're very thick cardstock. I almost want to say like cardboardy in a sense, which you'll see, which are nice. I mean, I think if you're going to use this in collage or anything, you want them like this. But I want to see if we can get this, you know, how this works with the Mod Podge paper and the Mod Podge, because I want to do both. I love both. And let me tell you something else what I love. That Mod Podge fabric. And girl, I'm going to be doing some more art quilts and stuff. And I use the Mod Podge fabric. I'm going to be driving Plaid nuts because I go through it like crazy. So anyway. All right, here we go. So I'm going to do these two next. It's the Mod Podge, just regular Mod Podge matte. And I'm squirting it. Now this is a piece of magazine. And this is that Tim Holtz. And like I said, I used Mod Podge matte, and I'm doing the same thing. This is just a piece of magazine. Now this is a little harder to lift up, right? So I'm just going to give that a minute to soak. And this as well. So what do? Let's see what we got. I got a little bit of the toe there. It did not do anything. it just ripped my page off, which I'm going to save that because he kind of looks like a ghost and I'm okay with that. But it didn't do anything. It did not leave any kind of, you see what it did? Just the outline for some reason. Isn't that bizarre? Now, let me tell you something. I dig this. And I wish I would have done that. I'm going to do it again on a canvas or on an art journal page. I love it. I love that. I don't know why. Anyway, Mod Podge mat. Well, let me move on to here. So I'm going to have to take a scrapey thing. I'm just taking these scissors. See how it's like scraping it? I'm not doing it hard. I'm like barely touching it because I just want to get a little of that up so I can get underneath there and see what we did. But this is slippery. Like it's way more slippery than the paper because it's magazine, but I can see it did good. And again, this is just Mod Podge matte. You guys always want to see, like I was using Mod Podge paper for a long time. And hey, I dig it. I understand, you know, a lot of people can't. Now you got to be careful with this gloss because look what happens. It'll come up some of it. So very carefully take this off and do not rub over and over again. And again, you can save all these papers. So you want to just be very careful. And the gloss, and this is dry. I mean, there's no, you know, go around it, kind of lightly pull that off. So, look, his face is still in there. I gotta take that off. I just noticed that. Although I kind of dig that white as the face, as the same as I dig it on here. But let me see if I rub this. Oh my goodness. Why did that stick and the rest of my body didn't? Oh, yes, please. Okay, so you see over here, that was a magazine piece from my Faber-Castell glossy art journal that I made. Remember? I still gotta do the cover, but this is glossy paper. You can see, and that's what I used. But I mean, honestly, magazine sheets will be thinner, so they won't be as, you know, maybe as thick as that. I don't know, but oh goodness gracious. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of, you can see, you know, some of the different colors that might have been a little bit on the outside, but no big deal. I'm going in. Okay. I can't believe how awesome that looks. Why didn't the rest of it stick? I might do one and do it overnight. I'm going to see if I can do that overnight. Let me know if you want to see the results or not. Okay. So these were, look at that. Look at that. Wouldn't that be great on a, as a transfer on, like if you're doing mixed media as a layer of like, oh gosh, I got a thing I want to do. Okay, I'm not even gonna go there. In love, not with Tim Holtz, but I'm in love with these things because I just opened up a world to myself. Okay, so now this is the same magazine paper as this. This is the same InkJet, and this is the same little doll, whatever the heck they're called, little ghost boy. Because that's what, oh my goodness, almost looks like Poe, Edgar Allan Poe. Come on now. Okay, spraying. I don't think it's gonna work. Spraying. Ooh, girl, look at that. Okay, and that'll just sit. And then I'm gonna go in, same thing, kind of just a little like that, and get to get. Let's see. This is the Mod Podge paper. Come on, let us scratch it. Yeah, the shiny is definitely different. It's a little, you have to work at it a little. Now, you know, I didn't put the glue on all of this background that I did because I wanted to see some of that back. I wanted to show you that, you know, you can, I'm a grungy girl. I'm grungy. I'm just grungy. Does that mean I don't shave, bath, or I'm not sure? What the heck is shave? Well, no, I don't shave my legs. It's still winter to me. But anyway, I love grunge. So this is, you know, up my alley. You see, I'm just taking it off. Look at that. Look at this. And I'm just gonna, yeah, be careful peeling it off, but it's coming off, man. Look at that. And as it starts drying around it, you'll see where you missed, like where it's foggy, like, and you might dig that look. You know, you might want that on there, but if you don't, you just go back. Look at that. And you can see I didn't add any more water. Once you start going, you'll feel if you need more water or not. So don't oversaturate, because that can then leak into sometimes the ink, because it is an inkjet printer. But it drives me nuts because people, if I could crawl through people better be lucky I can't crawl through the computer. People will challenge me on doing image transfers with Mod Podge. Nope, you can't do it with an inkjet printer. And I'm like, look, I do it. It's what this is what I've been doing all my life here on the YouTube, you know? Let's go in here. This is Mod Podge paper with just a picture that I printed out of my computer. But people will challenge me. Now this one you can see a little bit. Let's see. I'll do a little bit more to show you that some of that black, and there's a lot of black in that picture, is like coming up on the juice and all. So you want to, don't go over that. Once you like kind of get that peeled off, move on. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to lift up everything. Like I said, this is the Mod Podge paper, so. And I'm gonna, now see, I'm rubbing and it's taking some of that black, because there's a lot of black in there. So I'm not gonna keep, like I said, keep going over it, because you know me. Oh, let me just do it one time right here, you know. Okay. Okay, there we go. And I'm just gonna let that go for a minute, but let me show you. Look at that. Yes, the women are smoking. They're bad girls. That's what I would have been. Back in the day, I would have been a bad girl. Before I got pregnant with kids, you know. Okay, anyway, so here's the last picture. I'm talking to myself. So this doesn't let you really, let's see. Let me try this way. You see how I'm just trying to scrape some of that off to get there, but it's not. No, that's some thick stuff. I'm so sorry. My nephew he'd be like, Aunt Kelly. Then I have to pay money. It just gets bad. Okay, but no, it's not doing exactly what I want. It is peeling up though, so let me see how far I can get it before I have to pull it off. Yeah, this is just, I mean, if you have the energy to do this, I'm for it, but not today. I don't have the energy, because it's not even coming through yet. That's going to have to be layer after layer. Which, I mean, it isn't a horrible thing, but I'm going to go with my nails and peel this off. I hate being defeated. I'm one of those people. It's like, come on. Oh, I'm rolling it. Let me go. Rolling. Rolling. Let's see. Maybe I will. Maybe I should have done this one first. I had a question that needed answered, and I got to look, which I will do real quick once I get this one layer off and maybe put some more water down. Oh my God, I didn't realize the time. Not that I'm going anywhere or have to do anything. Isn't that awful? Oh, the time. The time what, Kelly? All right, so you can see I'm scrubbing, but it isn't doing anything. So I'm going to put more water. But I got that like one layer off. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it. Do it again. Okay, I'm going to leave that set for a minute while I find the one question. I did write it down, but it's out in the living room. So what about that? Okay, so he wrote me, and hello, Chris. He asked if So I'm going to try to read it out loud while that sits for a minute so I can, maybe this would help you guys too. Okay. Ooh. All right. Let's see here. I love when people ask me questions. I know it takes me a while to go through. Okay. So he drew a beautiful picture of somebody. He wants to transfer her if possible. So then he can paint over her. He wants to create an angel. Okay. Oh, he seems like a really good guy. He's new to me as far as emailing and all that kind of stuff. Maybe I've answered comments from him, but you know, guys, I don't even know my name. So sometimes, but he wants to take the girl that he drew and transfer her so he can then paint over her. I'm wanting to create an angel. This is actually a project to help someone see their true self or the good aspect rather. Oh, okay. That's so sweet. All right, her hair is all going the wrong way on the top and looks awful, so I end up just transferring the face shape into opposite. Yeah, if you transfer her, yes, she'll be doing the opposite side. Okay, demonstrate with some little sketch of something. I'm wanting, okay, and then wanting to add a body to transfer her. She has a bit of water damage on a spot of, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna draw something, and then I'm gonna do a video on what he's asking, and we're gonna see if we can get it to work. Okay, that way if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. Maybe I'll put it up tomorrow for him. Okay. Oh yeah, what are we getting? What are we getting? Something's happening. I don't know what it is. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's not doing what I want it to do yet. No, no, it's not. It's staying on, but I'm not getting. Ooh, maybe I'm wrong. No, head's coming off. Them heads don't like to stay. Them heads are rolling off, man. But it's doable. Here's the thing. I'm not being careful. If I was probably being a little bit more careful, his head wouldn't have come off. But it's all right. I can draw a head. It'll be a background. Okay, so you see that worked. If you have any of those thicker things on the thicker cardboard, you see you got to take it layer by layer. And I bet you I could probably wet this again, which let me show you first. Although it's not bad, but you can see the difference with the inkjet and the cardboard thingies that I put down. I'm still digging this. I just want to take this in bed and just lay with it on my pillow. Just be like, hello, hello, little friend. Okay. So, you see, I'm sorry, I'm getting all over myself because of this, and I just keep touching him like he's mine. But he is mine, but you know what I'm saying. I don't want my husband to see that because that might cause an issue with a ghost guy with a head. I don't know. So you see how you get, it's like foggy, but you definitely can see what's under it. And this is great. Like I said, this could be a great, and I'm going to give some of those Tim Holtz things away. So, probably maybe in the next video. Okay, tomorrow's video. So we'll see. Because I have small ones too, but I'll talk about that later. I get off track. I sit, and lately I have been writing everything down. I left it in the living room, but so I have I you know, your questions, and you guys want to see stuff, and I'm trying to really be more present, and I'm trying to do the beginning videos. So, you know, because some of you guys always ask me do the beginning videos, and I love doing that with a little talk. It's gonna make my videos longer, but hey, but I just, you know, when you guys leave comments or write me, it's like, oh, I love it because it's like you guys are here. Okay, so I can see a little more paper will come off here. So I'm going to take my nail and kind of scrub. I'm probably going to wet it again. But anyway, yeah, look for tomorrow's video. And if you are watching me and you just found me, hello. But subscribe and click that bell because it will let you know when I upload. And I'm in the process of cleaning my art room up, believe it or not. And I'm finding stuff that I did bring up from downstairs that I want to work with and that I totally forgot about. So, because they're buried under everything else. So I am going to try to be a little bit more. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Look, I mean, I did tear his head off, but you won't. Look how cute. So, you know, very, very fun. Very fun. And I could, like I said, I could probably go pick up because the feet aren't all the way down. Now, once this is done and dry, you can take your Mod Podge matte, glossy, whatever you use, your paper Mod Podge, do the coat over it so it's permanent. You know what I mean? Because it's permanent, but you know what I'm saying. I want to just pick his little foot up and see what I get. Oh, it just came off. And nothing. I just pulled his feet off. Oh God, I think that might be one of my favorites so far. Okay, so now I have the this one. I'm gonna try just to. This is the one I just put down. Peel it up. I just want to see. I didn't wet it or anything, but it's still wet. Like it's still a little. It takes, you know, I mean, it depends on how much you put on, but it takes like 15, 20 minutes to. Okay, now I'm gonna roll it this way. And you see it's coming through. I'm not wetting it anymore with the water. I want to see. I'm trying to be fast so you guys. I just love doing this stuff and to put all this in. Now I'm going to do a separate video for Chris, but to put all this, you know, in different videos, it's ridiculous. So, I mean, because that's what we're doing is transferring with the Mod Podge. It works. And you can see it. This is, you know, this is what it is. And this is with no water. Now I could always dip my finger in just like the slightest bit of water to make it damp and then go on it. You know what I mean? Like if you're having a stubborn area. But honestly, it's okay. I'm going to be like, why is my finger in my hand hurt so bad? Dave, it hurts. Okay. See, that was still wet. That's what will happen. I got a little too eager. That's why you want to let it dry. So I just ripped a hole. But, you know, I'll just leave that there. Okay, that's enough. I don't want to rip any more holes. But that's the one I did in the beginning. So there you go. I mean, look at that transfer. Now, the reason I like to do it on backgrounds, obviously, is because look how the colors come through. I could do this on a plain white piece like I did, but see that? That background color coming through of the blue? I love it. It changes the color. And these are the ones, and the same with this one, where, you know, you can see the color coming through. And I don't know, I just dig it. Here's that little couple. Here's my little friend, Fred. Hello, Fred, the friend. This is Mod Podge matte, Mod Podge matte. This is Mod Podge paper, Mod Podge paper, Mod Podge paper. And 1 second, please. Mod Podge matte. Not all the way dry though. Okay, so you see all the results. You can choose which one you like better, which one you don't. And then I have this one, which is drying and getting this little haze on it, which means usually that there's a little bit more of the paper you can take off, but you know, you don't have to. But if I go over it, it will take off some of that cast. But yeah, so that is it for this video. Tell me what you think down below because I'm curious. And maybe stuff that you do that you transfer. You know what I'm saying? This is just my Strathmore, what's it called? I always leave this on because I forget. It's Mixed Media Strathmore Visual Journal. Yeah, so, you know, it's just mixed media paper that I'm doing it on, and I'm printing on regular paper. So, that is it. As always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And this is, you know, like I said, I'm trying to do techniques for you guys to learn techniques so you guys can then go and you know, play. And I'm thinking I have a few things I might want to run across you guys. So maybe next week I'll do a video and see which I'd like your opinions on a few things. So again, I mean, look how that is so cool. Look at these. Not that one. What the heck it is. But look. So cool. I love that blue coming through. And you know, progress not perfection, and you guys rock. My little family. I love you guys so much. I love all your comments and emails, and I'm going to be doing an updated video on the question I had the other day, because I have another question after reading all the comments, and you guys just blow my mind. You guys are the best. So I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so very much, and bye-bye.